It is the Power FM morning show, and we're on the phone right now with Randy from Red. How you doing, sir?
Good morning, guys. How are you?
I am awesome, and I understand it's cooler here than it was this weekend, but still we're doing better than you are.
Yeah, you guys are doing probably a lot better than we are. It's like negative 50 here.
I read about all these states that are getting the weather, and somehow Texas has been missed. I think the worst day we had recently, I think it managed to hit 30 once.
Wow.
So
you guys are lucky.
Yeah.
He's like, that's picnic weather.
I know. Anyway, so you guys have the new album of Beauty and Rage coming out tomorrow. And, just a hugely anticipated album. And I think the thing that's interesting, you guys mentioned, I think in one of the first announcements, that this is literally the best album you've ever put out. Everybody I've talked to who's heard the album has about the same thing to say about it. And I was just curious, what in your mind is it that sets this one apart from everything else that you guys have done?
Oh, that's a great question. I would say that just the way it makes us feel. We were making this record. We had a lot of things that happened to us over the last 2 years, even to our producer. And when we got into the studio, it just became one big therapy session. And we'd sit down and we'd talk, and we just have quiet time together, and just kind of spilling things out to each other. And I think it just naturally spilled into the music. And I tweeted early on in the process that we were going to make people feel things they've never felt before in a Red record. And I feel like what we accomplished musically, but also what we accomplished lyrically and emotionally, is what made the best record of our career.
Awesome. And we've been playing the song The Darkest Part, which is, that's really connecting with people. And it seems like that the more I listen, it's got some very raw lyrics. How did that one come together?
Yeah, that was the very first one we actually heard mixed, and that was that was a great way to start it off. But Darkest Part would be the title track of the record, if there was a title track. It's the song that talks about going through this really, really dark time in your life, and it's so bad and so dark that you don't want anybody to have to experience it, not even your worst enemy. And but you can't help but know that along the way, the people that love and care for you and the foundation that you have, they're gonna want to be there, right there with you. You just don't ever want them to see you go through it. And it's something we watched my brother go through, and it was real difficult for all of us to witness, especially me being his brother. But the song, just captures the whole essence of the album, and we were blown away when we first heard it for the first time.
I think a lot of our listeners kind of feel the same way. There's, I think, a ton of people who just really connect with that song, and it's been all the rage around here. People have absolutely loved that song, awesome. So we're really excited about the new album. I was really interested too. You said you guys are releasing like a graphic novel based on the music videos you've done.
Yeah, we wanted to do something kind of cool and extra for fans. We've never done anything like that before, and before we release an album, we take a look around the industry and see what other people are doing, because we don't want to copy and do the same thing. So we thought, well, why don't we make a comic book? Everybody wants to be a superhero in a comic book or something.
Yeah. So
we're like, let's do that. So we hired a illustrator, and we based it off of a story that we wrote together with our producer, Rob. And it's actually captured the entire theme of the album, and it also kind of fills in the gaps of the story between the video that were released today and the two previous videos we've done for Release the Panic and Feed the Machine.
That's awesome, because I know those music videos that you did for Release the Panic and Feed the Machine were very movie-esque. Like
those were intense,
by the way. They were probably the coolest music videos I have ever seen. Production-wise, they just looked so professionally done. So I was really excited. This is probably the most unique idea for something in the music industry that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how that goes. Are you releasing that, like, is it a separate thing? You're not doing it with the album, right? It's like you can get the album and then we also have this coming out. Is it being released at the same time as the album?
Well, we did a pledge music campaign. We always have been a very fan-friendly band, and wanted to create experiences for us to go and hang with people, or have them come hang with us, or go golfing or things like that. Another one, I think, where you could run a marathon with Michael, We're actually going to play in somebody's house in Chicago in July, which we're really looking forward to.
Awesome.
They're having a house party, having 50 people over to the house, and we're going to play a show in their living room. So, cool experiences like that we did. But we offered the graphic novel as part of that. If you bought the CD, it was like a package. You get the CD, the graphic novel, a T-shirt or something. But we're once the final print comes in this week, we'll be selling them on the road as well.
That's awesome.
Very cool. And something that I'm curious about, because I enjoy drummers. I like watching drummers, and Joe Rickard was a great drummer for you guys, and he left the band, a few months back. And I've been kind of trolling your Facebook page to see when you list a new drummer, but I haven't seen it. I know you guys were touring with Dan Johnson from Love and Death. Have you kind of nailed down who the next Red drummer is going to be?
Yeah, well, actually, we decided that the best thing for us to do is to just keep Red, me, Anthony, and Mike.
Okay.
Because we've gone through 4 drummers. A lot of people don't know that. But, Dan is with us. He is our touring drummer, and he is the one that tracks the drums on the record. So we love him. He's an incredible drummer, and we couldn't be happier that he's part of it.
Very cool. Well, as we're wrapping up time here, once again on the phone with Randy from Red, what's the best way folks can get in touch with you guys?
RedMusicOnline.com. We'll send them everywhere. That's the best way to do it.
Excellent. Kindel, do you have any parting words?
No,
any last
just
questions?
So people know, if you're in the Dallas area, Red's going to be coming to town next month.
Yeah, going to be at Trees, right?
At Trees here on the 28th. 28th?
Yep, we always save the best for last.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like the second to last date on the tour. I saw that. You guys going to be exhausted by then?
Probably. We got to jump on a plane and head to Australia straight after that. So
man,
there's no time to be tired right now.
Oh, man.
Awesome.
Well, hopefully Dallas will bring the energy for you guys. We look forward to seeing you.
I'm sure they will. We appreciate that. Thanks.
All right, Randy, thanks so much for calling in today. You have a good one.
Yeah, absolutely.